Okay, this is the unbranded version of the farmlite automatic chicken door. Straight from China. It has the dawn to dusk feature. It also has a timer feature and 2 remote controls, which I really like. We have opted to hang this horizontally, and in doing so, we needed to put a piece of wood underneath the door to keep that straight as it opens and closes. Otherwise it'll have a sag, but otherwise with our piece of wood to stabilize the door itself, it functions perfectly. With this being new to us and being a little worried chicken mama here, I have the timer and dusk to dawn feature shut off, and I'm using the remote control feature to open and close it. It does seem to work pretty well. The only difference in the version from this unbranded version to the farmlite version, the farmlite version has an extra sensor that would attach to it, and if the beam of light is broke, the door will not close all the way. We did about 30 test runs sitting at the patio, not having it installed, and putting my fist in the door and having the resistance setting set to 1, which is the least, 6 is the max. Having it set at 1 for the least, it did pinch my fist, but the door stopped and did not retract. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It just held my hand and wouldn't go back up. So we are using the remote controls just to make sure that nobody gets stuck in the door and not knowing how they would react to any of the electronic noise when it opens and closes. Just adding a little precaution. And I'm going to give it a test run here with you so you can see it run. As you can see with the piece of wood, the door stays straight and closes all the way. And now I'll open it back up. And as it's going along the wood, it's staying straight and perfectly fine. This does seem to be really, in my opinion, well constructed. The frame is metal, the door is metal, the gears are metal. The only plastic I see is the control unit housing. We are opting to use the AC adapter with straight electric. There is a secondary battery pack that is for emergency uses only. You really don't want to use that as your main source of power. It takes 8 AA batteries, and I'm sure you'll go through them quite quickly. So again, we are using the AC adapter and not relying on the battery backup. Now when I did unplug it after putting all my settings in, it did retain my settings. So I'm not sure if there is an internal battery to hold your settings. The remote controls use a A27. Now they do seem to be backwards, because if you look at the remote, the up button is really the down button is really the up. So unless you turn it over this way, then they would be correct, but I don't know who's going to use them that way. It just doesn't feel right in your hand. Holding it this way feels more correct. And this little sleeve here slides up and down, so that you don't, in case you leave it on the counter and you got cats that want to beat things or step on things, they're not going to be opening and closing it on you. So this little piece here does slide up and down. There it goes. But overall, I think we're pretty impressed with this non-branded version. And we got this here on Amazon. It was $99 with a $10 coupon, bringing it down to $89 with the tax I think we were out the door for 95. And again, like I said, we opted to do it sideways as to avoid the guillotine factor of this, going vertically. Just using that little piece of wood on the side here just to hold the door level. I hope this review helps everybody. And this does seem to be a pretty good buy. Thank you for watching.